Now let's be real here. Obviously on 2S, this little truck right here was never going to be able to make the claimed speed of 55 plus kilometers per hour. Not miles per hour, but kilometers per hour. Especially seeing when it was going to be using a battery like this. But I think I might have a solution, and that solution is this battery right here. A 1300 milliamp 100C.
100C. Sky, I'm pretty sure that says 120.
3S pack. So if you want to see if this little Hosim can go that claimed 55 plus kilometers per hour, stay tuned, because obviously you can see there's a little bit of an adapter issue, but I have a solution to that. And that solution is going to be welding, or actually soldering, an adapter to go ahead and be able to fit this XT60 to the Deans that's in that vehicle right there. So this is RC Guy Garage, and if you're interested in watching this little show to see if we can actually get this thing like to that claimed 55 plus, stay tuned. So I've actually never done this before, but what I obviously realized is trying to fit this together was going to be difficult because of not having any of the shrink tubing on there, because I'd have to obviously, you know, reveal the shrink tubing and then be able to slide these little bullet connectors inside and then try to figure it out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my knife, I'm going to cut the existing material off. I'm going to use my vise, and I'm going to basically solder on the connector to this. So you just need to remember that obviously there's a positive and that there's a negative side. The positive side is always going to be the flat. The positive side on the Deans is always going to be the flat. So you can see you've got that flat. Don't confuse it with that flat. It's this one. So if you want to match it up, it kind of looks like that. I think that's how they tried to standardize kind of at least the look of how these connectors are. So like I said, so what I did is I just took a little driver end, and while these bullets were popped in this way, I was able to take the driver and give it a couple of whacks and pull out the little bullet. So this is an XT60 plug, so which is going to work for this. So I'm basically just going to take a razor blade and slice through the insulation. So just be careful when you do stuff like this. Make sure you slice away from you. And then you can basically peel off the insulation and the original heat shrink. So now what I'm going to do is desolder these connectors, hoping this lines up. This looks like it should line up. So I'm hoping it lines up. But just desolder these connectors and see if this is going to work. So now what I want to do is I want to position these connectors, hopefully. Now that's the one thing that I didn't think about, was maybe I should just put these in very lightly into the connector, because I want to make sure that these are going to contact. Make sure flat to flat. So turn that. And that, I think that's going to work. I think it's hard to tell. Almost would have been better to keep the wire on there. Maybe that's what I should have done. But I wanted to do a direct connection. So kind of a direct connection like that. So I'm going to give this a shot. It looks like something like that will work. So I'm going to give that a shot. I don't know if that's working. That seems like it worked. It's not really in focus. Let me give this side a shot. Maybe go this way. Focus is no good on a GoPro. But it really seems like it's awful close. Lost signal. Anyways, it seems like it worked. It just looks, this looks awful close. But I'm gonna give it a shot anyway. I let it sit for a little while. Looks as though the connection took. There's a slight bit of, I think, deformation that I'm seeing with the Dean's connector. And it is really tight in between the two. But all I should have to do right now is pull this connector apart. Yeah, watch it not work. All I should have to do is pull this connector apart. See if I can use these in reverse to give me a hand here. Alrighty. All I should have to do is put this here and pound down on the connector. I didn't think I put that in there. Maybe it like remelted. It might have remelted inside. So I'm gonna try to see if I can weasel this off. Because the whole point of this was to make an adapter that I don't have. Alright, I was able to get it off. I just had to give it a couple of taps. So what I wanted to do is obviously make sure that when I put this back in, that I've got the insulation, and obviously making sure that I put it on the right way. But I want to make sure that I put this insulation and it covers the whole connection that I just made. That's going to be pretty important. Because what's the sense of doing this if that little connection's not covered? So just stretch that out a little bit. Hopefully fit it over. Stretch it out slightly, not as aggressive as I just did, because that's what caused it to split. Stretch it over this connection, I hope. Or not. See, the important thing is making sure that I'm covering that connection. It's not like we're going to have ultra high capacity that's going to jump, but just for my own peace of mind, I just want to make sure that this is done right, or right enough. So I'll be right back once I fit those on. I feel pretty satisfied with that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the actual connector, making sure that I put it on the correct way, which is this way. Press it into place, and then just use the heat shrink, not the heat shrink, but use my little heat gun and go ahead and hit those. So, looks like that's pretty much into place. And like I said, I'm just going to hit this with a heat gun just to kind of heat shrink the tubing a little bit. It looks like I might have driven this one a little bit too deep. And that looks pretty good. So like I said, I'm just going to hit it with a little bit of heat. That's what this little guy's for. And I think that's good enough. Doesn't look the best, but it's good enough for this little project. So now at least I can go ahead and hook up an XT60, supposedly. Now I can hook up an XT60 and have the Dean's, the Dean's plug. So you can see red, positive, it's the right way. Just want to make sure that the larger flat, this section, goes to the larger flat, which is the positive side. Like I said, that's kind of like the standardized way that they did things, but you can see there is separation in between the plugs. And now I'm going to charge this battery and go ahead and throw it on this little 1/16 scale Hosim ripping little power. So we'll see. Can this thing actually get up to, it's claimed, 55 plus kilometers per hour? Well, we're going to see. Most manufacturers say that when you do a speed test on something, obviously those claimed numbers that you see are under what's called perfect conditions. Now, I don't think you can get any more perfect than this. There's pretty much no wind. So we're gonna give this a shot. This little Hosim, little vehicle right here, is now running on a 3S 120C pack. Now, if this thing doesn't go at least 55 kilometers per hour, then that claim on the box is a piece of garbage. So here we go. You can see I've got a Z3S pack. I think you can see it's got 3 cells. There's your little connector. You got 4 wires, 3S, plugged in. Does have a little bit of an adapter. I actually did check to see if there was a voltage drop on that connector, and there isn't. So 12.55 volts is what this little battery is pumping out to this car, and it's taking it. Can this little Hosim HP 905 actually go 55 plus kilometers per hour? What is that in miles per hour? I have no idea. But I'll do a second test just so that I can see myself, like if there's some kind of like an odd discrepancy between kilometers and miles per hour on the GPS unit. And I am using the SKYRC GPS. Those are going to be available in the RC Guy Garage merch shop, believe it or not. So anyways, this is RC Guy Garage, and I am out just testing the little Hosim HP 905. There was somebody that left a comment, I think it was Speed Psycho, right there. Speed Psycho left a comment which it does make sense, but then again, it kind of doesn't. I get the aspect of what he's talking about, but that's why I answered in a kind of a... I kind of answered in a way that just said, hey, not everybody has, Arrma, Traxxas, Losi money. I didn't put Team Associated in there, but not everybody has that kind of coin. So when you go ahead and spend your money on something like this, say for a younger individual, what are you getting? And even somebody like me. Now that only makes me want to buy an e-Revo. So, see what this Hosim company did? This little vehicle, which looks like an e-Revo. So now I have this. I see its limitations, or at least I think I see its limitations. And now it's making me want to drop the coin for a Traxxas. A Traxxas! And no, I am not sponsored. Did they send me this? Yes. A sponsorship and sending me a vehicle. They didn't say, will you do a review? They literally just said, can we send you our car? And I said, send it. That's it. So anyways, this is RC Guy Garage. I'm out ripping it up with a little Hosim. What are you doing today? All right, so can this Hosim actually go the claimed 55 plus miles per hour? I mean, 55 kilometers per hour? Well, we're going to find out. The only thing that may stop this from happening is maybe the claim is false, or maybe the claim of the little GPS unit is just too heavy for it. So I do have the SKYRC GPS unit on my phone here. You can see we're at 12 satellites. We're going to go out to the road and see what this little thing can do. So I'm going to do that little screen record thing here. Screen record, media, start recording, now. GoPro on. I use GoPro on as just the audio sync between this and between GoPros. So when you hear me say GoPro on, there's a reason why I do that. It's basically showing you guys how I sync up my footage. So saying GoPro on with a little bit of an echo just kind of gives it a little extra punch. So we're gonna see what this thing does. Of course, so I'm obviously gonna have to readjust the steering trim a little bit. That kind of woke it up a little bit. Holy crap. Already 19.4 kilometers on a little blip. All right. Set it over to the speed rip little area over here. So we're going to go track, start, and I'm just going to give it a launch. That could be, that's pretty fast. It definitely woke it up. Ooh, brake is very sensitive now. Stop. Read. 52 kilometers per hour. That's close. That's real close. So let's give it another shot. So I'll let it run out this time. That's actually close. So give it a start, and of course the wind just popped up. Give it a start, and you can see it's start. It's going pretty straight. Whoa! What that was. Whoa, did a wheelie. It does a wheelie, what? You see that? Oh, I see what it's doing. You gotta be careful with the trigger. If you let off on the trigger blips and it throws on the brake and it kind of does an endo. So stop. What do you think? So in the comments below right now, you saw there was 52. You saw this little thing got up to 52 on the first pull. That's not really that bad. The claim is 55, but in the comments, based upon what you just saw, what do you think this thing made it up to? I'll wait. No, just kidding. All right. And let me know if you were right. Read. 52. All right, so it is maxing out at 52. I do have to say we are perfect conditions, so I don't know why it says that, but I'm going to give it one more shot because maybe things warmed up. Give it one more shot, zeroed out, kilometers per hour, start, and we'll give it a rip. Whoa, I don't know what that is. Oh! What the heck was that? You saw that, right? It's almost as if it lost signal for a second. I wonder if it's because the diff is broken. Goes pretty good. It's doing some weird glitch though. See that? What is cool is it does a wheelie. Watch, it does a rolling wheelie. Oh my God. Ready? Rolling wheelie. Whoa! Oh! And a car coming. Go chase the car down. Look at that. It would literally catch that car. That's insane. Oh! Whoa! Whoa! Oh my God. All right, so you hear me, right? You hear me laughing, you see my smile. Smiles for miles, right? All right. Let's go check the, I know it did a couple crashes, but let's go see what the GPS has to say about that. On 3S, this is definitely way more fun. Look at that thing. Come on. It's actually reading, I think. Oh, maybe not. Everything still looks pretty good on it. All right, let's see what we're looking at. They got stop. All right, just out of curiosity, second chance, third shot in the comments. Do you think it actually broke over 52? Now, twice we already got 52. That seemed to be the cap, but did I hold into that trigger just long enough to maybe squeak out a 53? Let me know if you got your answer right. Read. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for the comments. I said I was going to wait, right? No, I'm just kidding. See, this is the part about this. You see my smile right now? So I'm editing this video right now, right? I'm editing it and I'm literally reliving the enjoyment that I just had with this little tiny, lesser expensive vehicle. Now, the other video that I had said was like, you know, yeah, I'd definitely choose the Traxxas. And to be honest with you, man, at this point right now, how I'm feeling in this stage of the game, I'm having such a blast that it's not that I wouldn't still pick Traxxas, but I'm leaning towards like that saying that this thing is providing those smiles for quarter miles. And that's the whole point of this. So I am curious, what did you put down in the comment? Did you actually get involved? Well, let's put it this way. I'll sit here and I'll just wait until you get involved. No, I'm just kidding. All right, back to the show. 52! So it looks like 52. 52 is obviously the max kilometers per hour. 55 plus, I don't know how they're claiming that. I'm pretty sure this thing can't run on 4S. This is a 120C. This is a 120C pack, so yeah, the 55 kilometers per hour, we're not quite reaching that. Now, obviously, I don't know how to do the conversion. I don't really care. I mean, I could do it in the video, but for video purposes, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna change it, go back into my settings, go back into unit, change it back to miles per hour, and then now we'll be able to see what this thing gets on miles per hour. What I want to do right now is I just want to check the motor temp, because motor temp is mint. I mean, it does have a little bit of warmth, but nothing to be afraid of. Obviously, if you consistently did that, it might be an issue, but I could leave my fingers on there all day. That actually feels, that's warm. That's warm. That's probably about where you'd be okay with the heat. So let's see what this thing actually has in it. So miles per hour. I'll even do a drag on this. I should do a drag. All right, so start, tracking. That's full speed. Nice long pull. Watch, it does a rolling wheelie. You know, you probably couldn't see that, but it did. It's not doing the little glitch thing now. So stop, miles per hour. I don't know what the conversion was, but it's got to be the 52 kilometers per hour / whatever the conversion is for miles. So we've got a whopping 32 miles per hour. This thing is going 32 miles per hour. That is pretty nuts. That's really nuts, man. 32. Oh, chipped a rim. Oh no. Uh-oh. On that crash, I chipped a rim. Oh no. It's still held on. The glue is still there and the lug nut's actually still there, but it chipped. So I will have to go ahead and put some glue on that. Diff wise, still feels the same. I am getting a little bit of funkiness on this, and I know why. Because I had to take my differential apart, or because I took it apart. See, there's a little bit of a... Actually, you know what? It's not that. It's binding. Oh, it's binding. Never mind. Never mind what I was saying. On the crash, it must have overextended the shock, because now that binding is gone. So, shock-wise, let's take this thing out to the back track, and now this thing is on 3S. Let's see what this thing can actually do in the backyard track. So I'm going to go ahead and take my GPS out of here. You don't need the GPS in here. Oh, if I can pull that pin out. Crap. When that happens, man. Oh, I want to lose these pins. So take the GPS module right out of here. That's why I use the elastic band, because it just kind of helps. Alright, so you can see it's on. Go ahead and end, well, go into GPS, back out. So 32 miles per hour or 52 kilometers per hour, right? Was 32, right? Yeah. Alright, so back, stop, and then you should be able to see this thing clear out pretty fast. Did I turn it off? Off. Okay. And then it should shut off pretty quick. Of course. The day that I say it should shut off quick, it doesn't. So in the event that that happens, what I've realized, just turn off your Bluetooth for a second, and this whole thing will eventually shut down, because what it is when the program... I'm going to stop this. When the program says... Oh, I think I did stop it. Ah, whatever. Oh, whatever. Yeah, it's off now. Never mind. I don't know what I'm saying. Not too bad. This little ripper. It's definitely not the claimed... it's definitely not the claimed speed that they said. I mean, 52 kilometers per hour is only 3 kilometers per hour off. That's really not that bad. But the box claim is usually inflated. Maybe they think a 5 is a 2. I don't know. So we're gonna take this thing and take it out to the backyard track, see what it does. Oh, little ripper now. Jeez. Oh, got caught on the bush. Wow. All right. Let's see what this thing can really do. Wow, that's a big difference, man. Whoa. It's almost like it's overpowered. I definitely got to get these sticks out of here. Keep adding more sticks every storm we get now. I got to get back here with the leaf blower. Oh. Whoa! Holy smokes. All right, see what this thing can do on this big jump. Oh! Oh, the battery. Oh, the battery came undone. Definitely gotta fix that. Can't have the battery flopping around like that. Ah, without the GPS unit in there. That's why. Motor still feels mint. The battery situation is kind of rough. Because how you have to have the battery in here. So hopefully make that nice and tight now. But surprisingly, everything fits inside. Oh, I got boulders and stuff in here from burning. Look at all these sticks, man. Whoa! Gotta be on the alert. I think the battery got disconnected. Hopefully the GoPro's recording. Imagine if the GoPro's not recording. Oh, it is. Make sure. Never know. Ah! Too many sticks. Jeez. I gotta take the time. Take the time. Clean up all these branches, man. Wish I could burn right now. Let's take it over to this little jump here. Whoa! That was actually pretty cool. I had wanted to hit the brake, but I'm glad I didn't. See? Hit the brake and you end up with issues. Or if you don't hit the brake, you end up with issues. Oh my goodness. Oh, ran over a dog ball and it flipped over. Just gotta keep flipping. Jeez. Wow. Hey, it's on its feet. Oh my goodness. Tried to go for the tree. So just remember, obviously small scale jumps with this thing, branches and stuff, rocks, boulders, everything is times 10 for this little guy to handle. But it's doing pretty good. So I'll do a full speed jump into myself here. Whoa! Holy smokes. Gotta get the shot, right? This is to get the shot. Put yourself in harm's way. Whoa! Oh my goodness. Uh-oh. Got a steering issue. All right. We might have our first breakage. I hear the steering servo flipping out. All right. All right, well, looks like we got a little bit of destruction on the Hosim power. And, well, it is what it is, right? Crap. Did this little Hosim survive? What do you think? Do you think this thing did a good job? Obviously, you know it didn't survive what I did to it, the final hit. The final hit was it. Not sure what's broken, but we're going to get into the next video. So the next video is going to be just finding out what happened to the little truck and seeing if I can fix it. So anyways, this is rcguygarage, and I am out, I'm out ripping a little 1/16 scale, lesser expensive vehicle than those big top brand names. But it is a company that does seem to be trying to give you something for your money to get out and rip it. Now, this thing was on 3S. They only gave me a 2S pack. It didn't quite make it up to that claimed 55 plus miles per hour, but it did give a good run, or it did give a good shot at it. Now, that is a 120C 3S pack, so my understanding is that it probably should have got to that claimed on the box art 55 miles per hour something. Should have even got to like 54. But it didn't. Only made it to 52, and then the mile per hour conversion, I did say kilometers per hour, right? And the miles per hour conversion was 32 miles per hour. So not that bad. I mean, 32 miles an hour, that is pretty quick for a little RC. And did we finally break something, or did something come apart? Yeah. So, yeah, that's it. So anyways, this is RC Guy Garage. And yes, I am ripping an inexpensive little Hosim. And what did it do? Gave me a little bit of the smiles for miles. I'm out. What are you doing?